welcome back to the Alt Show podcast with me, Chris. How's it going? We are back for another week delving into the alt scene, and my god, is it starting to pop off again. We've had some huge announcements recently. Burn It Down lineups dropped. Radar Fest, it is looking like a busy old summer, and I cannot wait. Is there anything I've missed? Let me know over on the socials at Alt Show Pod. On this week's show, though, we are joined by one of my favourite people in the entire world, Sophie Smith from Hamartia, as well as fronting alt rock band Hamartia, who supported the likes of Lake Malice and Dream State, as well as playing Burn It Down and Reverie Fest, amongst others. She's also known, of course, for her support and fangirling of women, non-binary and trans people in the music industry through radio and podcasting, as well as being the #1 trauma dumper in all of music. Probably. They've jumped back onto the scene last year with their first new single in like 6 years, Is This It? And followed that up with another huge new single, Bloom. And there is just loads more to come. They've recently made it onto a couple of top 10 bands to look out for in 2025 as well. So the buzz is real, and it looks like they've got a busy year ahead of them. So here we go. This is episode 2 of the Alt Show podcast. I'm here with head trauma dumper of Hamartia, the wonderful Sophie Smith.
Hello.
What an introduction, eh?
I think that is my new thing. I'm gonna anyone asks me what I do for my job, I'm like head trauma dumper at Hamartia, and
hell yeah,
I love it. It's very on brand.
It is. It's the first thing I thought of. I thought we had to drop it in there. So how are you doing?
Yeah, all good. I'm absolutely knackered. I've had a very long week, but I won't bore you with that. It's
Monday.
Just like life. Yeah, I know. Do you know what? This Monday has been too long already. It is 1 p.m.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's start off. Tell us a little bit about Hamartia.
We're an alt rock 4-piece, and we call ourselves Losercore. That was kind of an accident. I don't know ever since we've used that term, people have been like, oh, you guys aren't losers. And I'm like, that wasn't the point. I'm not after sympathy. Yeah, we are all from around the place. So we don't really have like a set location, which I guess is a bit irritating for some people. I don't know who they would be, but I'm sorry. And yeah, we've just been living our best lives. I'm going to give you some inside scoops later, but
all right.
Yeah, one of the key things that I think you need to know about Hamartia is something that I hope sticks, is I've been starting rumours.
Oh, God.
That we have triplets in the band.
That was on my list of things to ask.
Okay, well, let's go.
Yeah, so just clarify, how many of them are brothers?
There are only 2 brothers, and I'm not going to tell you who. You can work that out, but the best rumour that I've started is triplets. It has got a bit weird, though, because I forgot the James... Oh, fuck, I can't say the people. I've forgotten that 2 of the people that are in... Well, obviously, I'm not a triplet. Maybe that isn't obvious.
It could be, yeah.
You never know. Maybe...
No names.
You know what? Let's take that back. There are some triplets in the band. I may be one of them. We don't know. But basically... Some of the rumoured triplets, I forgot, sometimes have been staging content. Oh, this sounds so fucking weird. Of them kissing. And then I realised that the triplet rumour is not good for that part. So
there's a special place on the internet for that sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't think they want to be part of that. It was like the bromance thing, and then the triplet rumour. Matt said it to me the other day and was like, have you noticed that this rumour is potentially lethal? And now I'm exposing it. So
I didn't know you actually started the rumour. I thought it was just people asking, because they have got similar looks. I think it's mainly they just all wear glasses.
They all have brown hair and they wear glasses, and they're
exactly.
all fucking losers. Yeah, the rumour actually... I guess I added to the rumour, but the initial thing was we played Reverie Fest, and Sylvie, one of our mates, was actually designing all the posters anyway. And there was this pic that Claire took of us at Burn It Down when we played like 10,000 years ago. And Sylv edited my face onto all of the boys. And loads of people, we were like, fuck it, let's post it, it's funny. And no one realized that everyone wasn't
It
related
was
until they
edited.
looked at me and they saw that I had a mustache and some glasses, and they're like, I don't think this is real. Um, and after that, the rumors began, and I thought, you know what? Where there is a rumor, there is some
Chuck
trauma.
coal in
So
the
let's go.
fire.
Hell yeah. We just love a story, so.
Hell yeah. Well, you guys have obviously been going in various forms for like years now. Was it uni you started or college?
Yeah, it was the official Hamartia, as we know it now, was uni. But we'd kind of, me and James, like got in a band together at college, and I mean, that wasn't very serious. Our name was literally like another language for broccoli, and then it turned into Hamartia.
Do you
Yeah,
know what language?
I want to say I just need to search it because I don't want to embarrass myself. It was Esperanto.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Um,
I
yeah,
mean, it sounds like a quite cool name, unless you know the story behind it.
yeah, it's true, but I also don't know, like, can you imagine? And I mean, yeah, it's getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but can you imagine, like, the band Broccolo just doing, like, absolutely massive shows? Because yeah, unsure. I mean, yeah, it has, maybe we'll bring it back.
Why not? Maybe
Maybe
like a one night only.
one night only, Broccolo, and then we'll play all of our worst songs that we wrote at college.
I mean, that's what college is for, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was the start. What actually is this is another great story. I found out very recently that I wasn't the first singer that James asked to be in the band, which was kind of bad. Like, well, not yeah, it wasn't bad. It just didn't make me feel very good. But I've stopped
But
therapy now, so I have to deal with that on my own, which is very
past therapy.
yeah.
Well, obviously, let's talk about Hamartia a bit. So everyone knows that Hamartia, like, great songwriting, sort of trauma, misogyny, and just I guess trying to help people grow from things and understand them. Is
Yeah.
that sort of the vibe you go for?
Yeah, I reckon so. I think a lot of it is, I guess, kind of it all comes from my brain. So that's basically who I am as a person, I suppose. It kind of adds up that it would be Hamasha.
Yeah. So with the writing process, when you set out for it, are you looking to cover certain things, or is it like you get a trigger and you're just like, oh, I just need to shout about this?
I think it definitely depends in the moment, I suppose. Like some of our songs have been written so differently. So one of the songs that hasn't come out yet, that's going to come out this year, um, I actually wrote basically all of it from the start, and then the boys made it better. So that kind of I guess I had an idea and just kind of went for it. But yeah, I definitely think it's around like events that are happening around me. But then sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'll be like, I really haven't written a song about this thing that happened to me. Maybe I should do it and see what
Yeah.
happens. But it was kind of they're obviously like Bloom that we just released. That was around, well, that one came out like when we wrote that, it was after I'd broken up with my ex. Because I think if I was with him and wrote it, it probably wouldn't be that good.
Yeah, that's the
I mean, it would be great for
yeah.
the getting the feelings out there, but I mean, he probably wouldn't make him feel very good.
No.
But yeah, it kind of depends because like some of the songs have just been like, oh yeah, fuck this, I've seen this and it's really pissed me off and I'm gonna write about it. And then sometimes like I'm waiting for my moment to go in. Sometimes I'm like, this isn't the song yet, but it definitely is the vibe of the songs because there's like, Is This It? Obviously we released last year, quite a happy go lucky kind of song, but um I felt really weird writing a happy song. Like every time play it, I'm like, I love this. It's got a special place in my heart, but it feels fucking cringe. Like, but people love me being cringe, so
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
cringecore.
cringe core. That's that rebranding. So yeah, I guess it is. I like, and then there's some things that come. I guess some things that like Bloom. I fucking love gardening. So Bloom just was really easy for me because I was like, okay, I want to write it about dumping my ex. It feels so like immature to say dumping. It wasn't like you're dumped, goodbye. It was the whole concept of Bloom of being like you're with someone that doesn't bring out the best in you, you don't bring out the best in them, and it's not that you're bad. Like it's a really toxic relationship. It's just not good.
Mm.
So
you
and
can't
then
grow together, obviously.
yeah, and I was like, oh, this is my moment because it was like I can't bloom with you, and I was like, wow, finally I get a song about plants. I'm fucking buzzing.
Hell yeah.
And then I just went in and was getting all like adding some words in there that plant girls will love. So I need to like get into like the gardening TikTok haven because
Yeah.
I think
I was
this
going to
song
say
is for
go into
them.
Gardener's World or something.
Yeah, that's it. I need to be this. It should be like I should be doing sync placements for this. It would make sense, but yeah, it's it because then we had like one song that never saw the light of day that was about really like feminist misogyny kind of vibe.
Hmm.
But then we kind of realized it was really bad, and then just I was like the meaning and like the feelings behind it were great, but like the outcome was not good. And then maybe we'll come back to that. We never
Yeah,
know.
I think sometimes you get that with a song you've written and you're sort of not sure on it, and you come back to it a year or two later, and you're like, oh, actually, we can do this a bit different. Or
Yeah, I do worry sometimes with my songwriting because it's obviously I mean like everyone that writes songs is fairly is about things around you or things that happen to you and it's
Hmm.
quite self-absorbed I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
And I do worry that maybe I should like go away from that bit and like make it less personal because someday someone is going to go, hang on, I think this is about me. I mean, if my ex watches this right now.
One of you.
One of
It
it's
was
the
one of yours.
Yeah, literally. We were saying we should do the Spider-Man meme of being like Sophie and
Yes.
her exes, like when they're all looking like, who the fuck is this about? And
Yeah.
it's actually, if all of you are watching together as a group right now, it's about all of you. So
God. Well, obviously you guys started a long time ago now. Obviously since you've matured and like gone through like your various ages and stages of life, has your songwriting changed much in there? Also, you got more experiences and things like that.
yeah, I think I like me specifically, I've become a bit more direct and to the point maybe with my
Hmm.
songwriting, whereas before I'd be like adding in like loads of metaphors and similes and shit and being like, oh my God, this is I felt like I had to be really vague because that's
Yeah. To
because
not hurt people's feelings or something, I guess.
I think I just wanted to be cool. And then I realized I was like, I am actually a loser. So like, let's just go straight to the point, guys. We've only got 2.5 minutes to get my anger out there. Yeah, and I guess at the time like this is so fucking tragic, Chris. I when we wrote like our really old stuff, the songs are actually really ancient. They're like they kind of came from like a bit after college. So I
Yeah.
still like relate to some of them in some ways, but I was really into Tumblr at the time, and I used to just write like loads of Tumblr poems, just being like, "Oh, I fucking hate myself," and like crying every night writing Tumblr poems. Listening to Keaton Henson. I mean, it sounds really familiar to like my relatable to my life right now, but you know. But anyway, I'd write loads of poems, and I'd take kind of my favorite parts of the poems and put it into a song. Whereas now I don't really write poems as much. And I just have sometimes it stems from like a cool lyric idea. I'm like, oh, I love this. It's really venomous. Let's chuck it in a Hamartia song. And sometimes it's not. But like some of the new songs that we haven't recorded yet, I've been working a little bit more with James lyrically because I'm just kind of intrigued to
What, to see
see.
someone else's point of view, or
Yeah, like I've kind of had certain ideas and been like, this is what I'm trying to say. Let's kind of go through it together and like kind of going through word choices a bit differently and I guess yeah it'll be interesting to see if people think it still feels and sounds like me. I obviously think it does to some degree, but I guess it's probably yeah, that'll be interesting. But I think yeah, it's definitely more mature because it's a bit more intentional and less like let's sit down and record every single idea that comes into my head and whack it into a
yeah,
song, and then we go, oh yeah, that's cool, let's release that. And now we kind of are thinking, okay, that is a cool idea, but that doesn't actually fit right
yeah,
here. So maybe we'll save that on Google Drive and forget about
yeah. I
it.
suppose you want people to connect to it as well, so like it needs to make sense to some people, I suppose.
Yeah, and also like we want it to be good as well. Like that's
Yeah.
you know
Good shout.
it. Yeah, obviously, yeah, we want people to connect to it, but are people going to connect to it if it's really shit? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. I'll be sending you over my demos, and you'll be like, nice try.
Yeah. Just a thumbs up emoji.
Love
Oh,
it.
yeah. Well, obviously you've taken all your life experiences in other fields as well. You did Not a Groupie Pod, your
Yes.
radio show Changing Tune as well.
Yeah.
You just always sort of want to support women, non-binary, trans, etc. in any way you
Oh
can,
yeah.
and like we need more of that.
Yeah, defo. Defo.
And have you got anything more in the works at the moment, or is sort of life taken over, life and band?
Yeah, it's if I mean we've had this conversation, Chris, but I want to do something desperately. I'm just trying to find out how I want to do the format and what I want to do because ultimately I love a chat and I love chatting to people that I'm interested in. That's so vague, but
No,
yeah,
I get you. It's like it's interesting to find out things about people that you appreciate, I suppose.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
like you're a
And people
fan of.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is kind of how we all got into the music industry is we were fans of bands and want to
Hmm.
do something because we saw a band we loved once. So yeah, I think my plan is to have a podcast again and speak to loads of people, but I'm just unsure. I think my ideas change all the time. So it's gonna be like definitely a musician element of it, but I may also do like a careers element of it as well, and maybe just do it as different series. And
Yeah, well,
I,
that's the good thing
yeah,
about the Not a Groupie Pod was there's a
yeah,
although it was sort of music like focused, it was a lot of the behind the scenes stuff,
yeah,
like really interesting things that you wouldn't necessarily think of,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
about things. Yeah,
yeah, that's it. It's like it's everyone kind of thinks about music and you're either a producer or in a band and there's no other parts and especially within kind of women and trans people, the numbers do change like year to year and go up and whatever else, but there are still so many barriers to getting in the music industry or retaining a job in the music industry. So part of that was, some not everyone wants to be the star in the
Hmm.
spotlight. Me, I'm an attention seeker, so that's what I wanted to do. But uh,
There's
you know,
loads of cogs within
yeah,
there.
exactly. So it's good to talk about, and it's also good to learn from. Fun fact about me, I love learning. So so it works well. I'm like, yeah, let's talk about everything, music
No,
industry.
it was really interesting because it's things
Mm,
like booking agents and like I guess like PR people and things that
yeah,
you sort of are aware of
yeah,
sometimes, but you don't really know the ins and outs. You don't know
yeah,
the full benefits of, and
yeah,
that's something really useful to like up and coming musicians that are trying to
exactly.
get in there but don't know where to start with things.
Yeah, and like I went to music uni and like college and stuff, and you learn a basic level of music industry stuff, but actually most of the things that I've learned over the last few years is talking to other people and being in the industry. Because
Yeah,
if you're a band and you have songs out and stuff, you always want to progress, but it's the way the industry is they just love to gatekeep. It's so hard to actually get any information, and even
yeah,
sometimes when you speak to bands, they don't want to tell you like some bits and bobs, whereas me, I'm like I want to know everything and I want to tell everyone everything
yeah.
because um I hate gatekeeping.
I mean, we're
I
all in it together, aren't we? Like,
Yeah, and I that for me it's going to be the same for you like 100%, but when you see friends or like bands that you love doing really well, like I feel so proud of them and
yeah.
I feel just as excited for them as if I had got that experience really. Like I'm like hell yeah, go on, love to see it. So ultimately like sharing that knowledge makes us all powerful and unstoppable.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, back to some hammy stuff. Obviously, over the last few years, you've been making some bigger moves. You
Mm,
supported Dream State, Lake Malice, Malavora, done
hell
a few
yeah.
festivals as well. Has there been like a real shift recently, like putting your name into those circles?
Yeah, I think I've been trying. Yeah, I guess so. I don't really know why, but sometimes we just get better opportunities like than we have done, which is really nice. Like I fucking love that. But I guess yeah, it's I've been trying to have more conversations with people and just one of the things especially like I was actually hilariously hanging out with Jess and Larry recently from Malivore and just said like this is the year that we just ask questions and talk to people and do you know what I mean? Have a chat because I
Yeah,
think sometimes you get put off and you're like I don't want to pester people ask
Yeah.
how I do this. But instead of like being like, I am looking for a band man, like a manager for my band, being like, can I have a chat with you about management? Like, what do you look for?
Yeah.
Rather, people like seem to respond better to that than just being like, manage my band, book me for gigs. So that's my aim for this year. I think it's just to I just want to learn. I want to chat to people. I want to make more friends. I want to play some gigs. I want to go to cool gigs. I'm just gonna be a yes man this year.
Yeah, I mean, you need to ask the questions to people, or like sort of put your name there to get anywhere. So like, if you want to know something, you're not going to know it unless you
Yeah,
ask about it, are you? You're not going to know, oh, what do I need to do to get a manager if you don't ask the question, sort of thing. You
yeah,
might message 20 people and get one reply, but if that
yeah.
one reply is what you need, then it's perfect.
Yeah, and I think as well, like with socials, you can see you see and hear so much advice from so many different people, like, and all of it just contradicts each other. So you're there like, oh wow, okay, this guy over here said like to get a manager I need to do these things, or to get a gig with this person I need to do these things, and then someone else be like, don't do that. This is where you're going wrong, and I'm just like, God knows what is actually the right answer. God knows. So yeah,
Yeah.
just having a chat, and like I'm really grateful that booking agents, promoters, like bands have taken a chance on us because it's been just absolutely insane. But we've all been so excited and really just grateful, and it's been great learning experiences for us. Like just live everything. I think we're just trying, just taking it all in and hoping for the best. Really,
This year is going to be the year.
that's good. Yeah, that's it. I think. Like, I mean, I'm saying this now. Who knows this is actually going to happen? But I'm trying to book a tour for the end of the year.
Yeah.
Um, and like obviously doing that completely by myself, like we don't have a booking agent, so it's pretty interesting.
Stressful.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
stressful, and it's also like you just don't know if you're doing the right thing. Like, is this
Yeah.
what we should be doing right now? But I'm like, yeah, I think it is, because obviously we play Bristol so much and a lot of the Southwest, but you obviously always want to go and expand and play with different bands. So I want to
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
play all the gigs, play all the fun ones. So yeah,
And also,
hopefully.
that's where you pick up the new fans as playing to new people, really,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I want to do some like more little festivals and like one day things because I always
Yeah.
love those. I just it's just like I am definitely the most extroverted out of everyone in the band, which is really funny because I really need like social rest. It's very strange, but yeah. So I love those, and the rest of the band are like I'm scared.
Oh, well, most excitingly, you've also got new music out, lots of new music.
Yeah.
You got Is This It came out a few months ago to a
Yeah.
great response.
Yes.
And obviously just released Bloom as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's
How's it feel like finally releasing new music again? Because it'd been a few years, hasn't it?
yeah, it was terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Like, especially is this it? Because I was like, this is, it's all of these are like different in their own ways, and we've kind of released the lightest ones first, and then we've got like a heavier track coming. So I think it was, yeah, I get, and it comes down to this whole thing of being more vulnerable and more open and honest in my songwriting that is really felt quite exposing. And I obviously the bits when especially like in is this it like one of the like main lyrics is like I found love, and I'm like that it sounds objectively quite cringe, but people are loving it, and I've had so many people being like, oh, it's a little earworm. I'm like, sick, thank you. um but yeah, I guess I hope the girlies are loving it specifically. I'm in my big like post therapy era of, yeah, I guess that's it. It's like, it's really it's nice to have out there. It's scary, but it's also been so much hard work that we've all been putting in, and also the visuals. Like a big shout out to the brains, Ali Fuel and Molly Dibley and Matt mostly, who came up with all of the concepts. But yeah, it was absolutely just mad. It's been really nice to see people loving it, and they have done better than I thought. Because I was like, do people still care about us? I'm unsure.
Well,
Um,
I think the way to look at it now is like, although you're releasing new music to people that know you, it's sort of like, oh, are we still relevant? But there's so many people that don't know you, and you're a new
yeah,
band. I mean, I find bands on like their third album, and like
yeah.
they have that one song that's just like, oh, this song's amazing. Like, and then you find they've got a whole back catalogue that's like exactly what you want.
Well, exactly, and we still need to release obviously more music because
Mm.
it's never ending, and I'm excited because yeah, I mean, are we ready for the trauma dumping? My dog died last year, so
You had to say that as I laughed.
yeah, I'm trying to catch you out. That's it. Yeah, I think obviously all of the stuff so far that we've written has been like really like self-reflective, being like, oh wow, isn't it sick like having happy moments after being so depressed for so long? And that is fucking true. And then I released them, and then life was like, wouldn't it be so fucking great for you to be a huge hypocrite about being happy and your dog dies? And I was like, um, so yeah, the last year has been pretty shit emotionally for me, but where bad things happen comes great art. So
Yes.
hopefully we've got loads of songs that are pretty depressing coming out. That are just me being like navigating grief as an adult, which is so mad because like I think the last time that someone close to me died, I was like very young. Um, and also when you're grieving an animal, I feel like there's like only animal lovers get it. But if you otherwise people are like, well, it's not like your family member. I'm like, bro, I like that dog more than I like
More, yeah.
anyone I have ever met in this world. Like,
Yeah.
so don't be giving me that. So yeah, it's gonna be
I think it's more closer to like losing a child or something, really, because you spend all of your time putting all of this love into them. Like you don't show that much love to family and things like that, really,
no,
do you?
I don't like them as much. Like it's quite as simple. Like Oscar was my ride or die, and like we were so lucky we had him for 15 years and like 15 great years. Like he was a fucking little wanker. He was so naughty. Um, and he would dig up my strawberry plants, and you know that I have so many fond memories. But I think it was yeah. I mean I hope the boys don't mind me saying this as well. Like they lost some of the triplets lost some family member a very close family member last year as well. So it was like kind of, you know, losing Oscar and really struggling and kind of I was just writing down little things and they were all really fucking depressing. It was just basically like I don't want to be alive without you sort of vibe. And then they lost one of their grandparents and I was like, oh man, this is going to be really heavy because yeah, I haven't just writing is just taken a bit of a turn. Like the stuff we've been writing is like again quite different to the stuff we've just released. Which is good. Like it's nice to have variety, but I don't even know how I'm gonna be on stage singing this if I'm honest. Like it's
Yeah, sometimes they do hit hard, don't they? It's like that one
yeah,
song that's just like, oh, this is tough to write and even tougher to sing.
yeah, and I think it's also like how do you convey how fucking shit you feel in words? Like how do I say like how do I explain like the worst thing I've ever felt and make people understand that this is the worst I've ever felt without just being like I am depressed and I want to die like but kind of doing it creatively because I think like
Yeah, yeah.
in grief you just can't it's so hard to be creative because I'm just like the last thing I want to do is exist. God, this is taking a really dark turn. So yeah, like yeah, it's gonna be I'm excited to see where they go. Like we've got, you know, like 4 or 5 songs now and now it's just kind of the case of seeing like what do we want to do? Do we want to do an EP? Are we gonna just do singles? Like are we gonna try and merge some of these together? It's gonna be really weird. Because I also think like when you're writing about grief, like other things come up as well, like other things you've grieved or haven't grieved. So it's like
Yeah.
it's gonna just be like this kind of EP of just like grief and horrible things. And then maybe hopefully we'll have some happy songs after that.
We're gonna cut this to be the advert for the
Yeah,
EP.
that's it.
It's
That's
just a
it.
load of horrible songs and
Yeah,
then like hopefully something happy.
yeah, fingers crossed. God knows.
Well, obviously we all love a Sophie trauma dump. So anyone that's seen a Hamartia show knows exactly what we're on about. So give us a little Sophie trauma dump on Bloom. What's going on there? I know we sort of touched on it a bit earlier.
Yeah. So basically, I would say we kind of released it like just for Valentine's and we're like, it's an anti-Valentine song. But I don't even know if that it kind of is true, but it's kind of not true. It's like kind of got two little like a bit of it's very Pisces of me. It's kind of like yin and yang, of being like you're it's kind of like basically your relationship's run its course, um, and being in that relationship you've lost yourself and I guess like I wrote a thing. I'll read it to you.
Okay, go on.
I haven't posted it yet, but I think this is the best I can
The
explain
Notes
it.
apology app.
Yeah, sorry to everyone I have wronged. Um, I can't think of words. Let's yeah, I have said that it's not an anti-love song, but a more pro-you song. It definitely is like an ode to myself. I have wrote this here as well, but like it's a reminder to myself never to settle for someone who loves me at my most palatable. And I think that is the best thing that I could say to describe it. Like in some of my last relationships, I'm being purposely vague. In some of my last relationships, definitely not just one of them, just several. Um, uh, I guess we were so different, and I felt the most loved by them when I was the most not myself, which is so fucked. Like when you actually think about that. Um,
Yeah, to like put on a an image just to make them like you,
yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah, and like I mean, people you know me, people that are listening probably know me that I am kind of a bit all the time. It's probably some sort of neurodivergence that hasn't been diagnosed yet. And I have kind of like in my family always been we're all a bit fucking insane. So like I've been kind of grown up to that be like the normal, like it's all fine. And then like in one of my relationships, like the more that I was myself and like that, it just was not happening. It was just I was not getting the reaction. So yeah, I think like I have learned so much from those relationships of being like I am never ever gonna do that again because it was so painful in many different ways to be like, oh, I don't think you actually love me. You love the idea of me.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, which is pretty relatable to be honest. Like I
Yeah,
think
I think we
most
can all relate to that. I think it comes a lot more as you sort of mature as well. Like
yeah,
obviously I'm in my
yeah.
30s now, and I'm very much like a I've not got time for people that aren't gonna appreciate me for me sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like it was a nice little songwriting experience of kind of going through that. Um and being like, okay, when I'm going for a shit time, I instantly turn to gardening. It's like the one thing that always happens is I just want to be outside and I want to grow things. Apparently that's actually really good with grief. Like is a good thing to do if you're grieving. It's like grow things. I guess it's like bringing like life and following a journey. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
um yeah, so like growing those things like takes time and patience, and those are things that I often don't give myself, ironically, but I can give like this tiny little seed. So yeah, it was a nice little crossover of feelings, but yeah, it's kind of like sad, but it's kind of happy because it's kind of like
Sort of like
yeah,
coming out the other side of it, really, isn't it?
yeah, it's like an ode to myself, but it's also like a kind of a letter to them to be like, this is why we can't be together. It's like
Yeah.
I
It's not
am like,
necessarily you're a bad person, but like
yeah,
we're
yeah,
not right together.
yeah. Like I feel like if you want to dull someone um and them not be themselves like yeah some people do it for really bad intentions but some people do it because they're just like I it's just not
Just
right.
yeah,
Like I don't think this person was particularly bad. Like I just
yeah.
think that I think they need to be with someone that's not me. And I hope they're thriving now. I personally am so much better.
Good.
That feels mean. But I've had therapy to work through this, and I know that it's
Yeah.
okay to have feelings. So yeah, like yeah, Bloom. It's one of the ones as well. Like I was kind of like, this is the miss track. This is the track that out of the three songs we've got that I think people are gonna dislike. No, not dislike, but they're just gonna be like, it's a bit of a nothing track. And weirdly enough, like this is the song that I get the most compliments on. Everyone's like,
I
I
think
fucking love
it's
that.
just it's a good like catchy song as well. Like
Yeah.
it's always one that stands out to me when we see you
Mm.
live. It's just like something about the in blue. It just sort
Yeah,
of
yeah.
just carries, isn't it?
Yeah, and actually like we one of the times we performed it live, we actually performed it on the day that someone got broken up with.
Oh, really?
And they were yeah, I'm not gonna say who it is just for their own protection, but it was it made me very sad, but I was also like I'm glad that you can resonate with this and that it kind of helped and they were like, yeah, I've been waiting for you to release this since because I really loved it. But yeah, it's like it feels very whole, I suppose. Like I feel like the whole track is like a whole journey in itself, and
Yeah.
like all of my feelings are in there. And yeah, it was very therapeutic, and it feels. I've. Do you know what's really funny is I've actually this is my first track that we've ever written that has been about a relationship that I've been in. It's
Oh,
all been like
really?
friend breakups. I'm such a friend whore. When friends end our relationships, I'm like, I can't. So yeah, that's actually the first relationship breakup that I've ever written about, which I guess is why maybe I felt more exposed. Because the last, yeah, and Is This It was like, oh, I'm happy now in a relationship and I know what I should have and settle for and whatever. And all the other ones are like, my friends have been mean to me
I suppose
again.
I said earlier about the sort of the maturing with your
Mm.
writing and things like that. I guess that comes from that as well, doesn't it? Like you're
Yeah.
sort of you're less thinking, oh, my friends are mad at
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
and
yeah.
more, oh, this isn't right in my life. Like this is it could be
Yeah.
improved, things like that.
And I've always been like a bit conscious of kind of keeping things vague enough that about things that people don't know who it's about. And with friendships, I
Yeah,
feel like that's easier. Whereas with a breakup, they're like, well, I know who you've dated the last three
it's gonna be
times.
one of those.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be one of them. And then they'll be like, oh, what's this about? So I think there's kind of an element of like maybe actually feeling like I have the permission to write about it as well, which
yeah.
is mad because it's like my life and my experiences. But I think sometimes there's the fear of like getting a reaction. I don't want anyone to message me and be like, yes, it's about me. Oh, that's so mean.
That
Um,
was going to be my next question. Have you had any ex boyfriends inquire yet?
no, not yet, not yet. I don't think they'd be. I don't think they'd want to know it was about them. If I'm honest, I think that they would like. They probably. I have in my head. I have this really cute little image of that they all got together after release day in a little in a room, and they all watched the music video and listened to it and goes, "Do you think this is about us?" And they're all together. They didn't know each other, but I think I that's what I imagine is going on.
Yeah, they
It
got a group
obviously,
chat set up.
yeah, they've got a group chat and they're like placing bets. But yeah, I mean, it's not. It's definitely not a mean track. It's just like a. It's quite a mature take on a breakup,
Definitely
really.
is, yeah, because it's like a sort of relationship ending well, I guess well, or
Yeah,
like it's ended mutually, sort of thing, and you
yeah,
both grown in different ways and both ready to
yeah.
take on your next life, sort of
Whereas a
thing.
lot of like breakup songs you hear are like, you fucking cheated on me with my best
Mm.
friend or something. And I'm like, none of my relationships have had that kind of end. It's always just been like the wrong people. Um, but yeah, like it was quite funny. Well, it's not funny, but when me and this person broke up, it was the second time I'd ever seen them cry, and we'd been together for a very, very, very long time. And to have been with someone for that long a time and have only ever seen them cry t twice, and one is the last time you're basically ever going to speak to them, it's kind of mad. I love a good cry, and I would hate to be suppressed emotionally that I can't cry. But also now I'm on sertraline and I do have that problem, so I take it back.
Okay, well, I've got five questions for you now. Sort of quick fire.
Hell yeah.
Actually, no, I've got six because I wrote that I was going to do five, and then apparently I wrote six.
That's
So here we go. Let's
let's
have a
go.
load of an undisclosed number of questions.
I love it, Chris.
Okay, I think I was going to cut one of these out, but we'll just swing through all of them.
Yeah.
So first off, give me your best tour story or your best like shows that you've done. Something interesting
Um,
that's happened.
Interesting that's happened. Oh my fucking God, I've literally forgotten everything to ever happen to me. Um, I feel like I have to go for fun rather than sad. I mean,
That's Yeah, I think that's a good show. We've had enough sad so far.
there wasn't like anything like of note that happened that was really like funny or anything like that. But when we did little like 3 day weekender with Blank Atlas, it was really fun, and I was on Guffcast, and I was so fucking excited. Do you know? You're a boy that loves Blank Atlas, so you know that
Yeah.
everyone wants to be on Govcast. And when I was hand selected from the van, I was like, this is going to be my moment. And it was really funny just to have a chat with the boys and talk about some of our best and worst gig stories. Um, and just hanging around with people that you're pals for a few days was really nice. And yeah, I basically massively overpacked because I have insane anxiety with leaving my home belongings. And
Yeah.
I got bullied for it the entire 3 days because they're like, "Why we're here away for like 4 days? Why have you got a massive suitcase?" I was like, "Because what if I need my emotional support socks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What?
Why have you why have you packed 15 pairs of pants?
Well, do you know what? You
It's in
never know
case you
how many
shit yourself
times
every day.
But yeah, you need to give enough pants in case you shit yourself multiple times. You can never be too
Exactly.
sure. And also, you
You
may
never
shit
know.
yourself one day and the next day you sit in a puddle. Like, do you know what I mean? You just never know.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, there's other things that can happen other than shitting
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. There are, many other things. So yeah, like I'm gonna say this and then I'm instantly gonna remember something that was like funny or fun. But a lot of it is just, I think the issue is because a lot of it is probably me doing the stupid stuff I don't remember. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was a nice little weekender.
Good. Yeah, it's nice when you're out with your friends as well, because it's sort of like well, it's just like hanging out with your mates and playing some shows, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
what more would you want?
To be fair, there's that, and then there's not like an exact story because this has unfortunately happened to us several times. We seem to like I think because of the size of venues we're playing are still quite small, there's been like some power issues where Matt's Kemper has just turned off.
Yes.
And then there was one we played where he tried to reset it, but accidentally transposed everything down half a step. And he was playing like, my tuning is fucking off here. And he was like, what am I doing? And then obviously afterwards he realized what he'd done. When that happens, it basically means that I do a stand-up set. Because I'm like, it's very my family. I think everyone in my family is like proper Cornish. So
Yeah.
they just love a laugh. So I was like, okay, well now I'm just gonna have to just chat some shit. So it's not exactly like a fun story, but that has happened to us twice now.
Yeah.
Um,
I think once was Exchange Basement, wasn't it?
yeah, that was Reverie Fest, and I was like so excited to play because it was like so many cool bands. But yeah, it just ended up being stand up. And luckily, I did hear some people laughing, so I did. Even if
Good.
one person laughed, I was like, that's fine. I can take that. And
Yeah.
I've had someone say you should do stand up comedy. I was like, I am far too chaotic. Like these people like think of the jokes and have a structure. Like me,
Yeah. Just
it's chaos.
you'd be probably better off with what's it called? Where they just someone says a word and then you just start talking about that thing.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like
Kind of
I
what
would
it's called.
be okay with like being like a fucking TikTok comedian where I can like really heavily edit it.
Yeah.
But I just don't think I could do live performances. Also, I'm fine singing, like performing, but as soon as it comes to talking, I am like I forget words, like I just forget things that exist.
I suppose that's more sort of a bit more intimate, isn't it? Because you're talking directly to people rather than performing.
Yeah, whereas I think it's yeah. Some people would say that's really weird, but I think musicians get it.
Yeah, yeah, no, I understand. Okay, what was the first song you released as a band?
The first song we released as a band, I think, was Broken Back and Yellow. We did it as double A side, but now I'm doubting if we did that. Well, on Spotify it was Broken Back and Yellow, and then we actually had SoundCloud before that, and I think we did Control, and that I don't know is that still public. We've spiced it up a few times and played it live in a set, but we've never re-released it. Maybe we
And
will, maybe we won't.
maybe save it for that headline set.
Yeah, that's it. Because we've done it like have played it a few times, and it does like go down relatively well. But yeah, again, it's one of those ones that we wrote in college, and like it still does have its place, but I think it needs a lot of work done to it.
Yeah. Obviously, you've changed so much since then musically as well.
Yeah, and just like so many words, like that. I just basically took it straight from a poem, and it's like all the time, and I'm like, I think it needs like half as many words.
Yeah. Okay. What is your highest streamed song on Spotify?
I think it's probably Is This It?
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
Okay.
So some of these are open. Some of them are answers. Like
Yeah.
just throwing things around.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your top 5 Spotify listening locations?
Oh, this is bad because we got added to a bot playlist recently. So it's
Did
like
you?
it's all very fucked. So I'm not gonna go through all those because it was very Is This It? Unfortunately got added to a bot playlist and
Yeah.
we had like random ones. But if you disregard that, I'm pretty sure it's Bristol, Plymouth, probably Truro, London. I don't know I don't know any other places.
You've got 3 of them right. London's number 1, then Bristol, Plymouth,
Yeah.
Dusseldorf. So I
interesting.
maybe a plot playlist. I don't know.
I think that's a bot. I don't know
Yeah.
anyone there.
If it was like Sao Paulo or something, then that would definitely be
Yeah,
a bot.
yeah.
And Cardiff as well, which is
Oh,
handy because you just played there.
interesting. That's very interesting. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, it's fucking shit when you get added to bot playlists as well because it's like some people obviously would we didn't do anything where we like paid for playlisting. Obviously,
Yeah.
I did all of our PR. I mean, I know that I didn't pay for any playlists. So to then get added to it, I was just like, oh, we were really excited, and we're like, oh, our stream's gone up because I think it went up by like
Yeah.
500, and then that happened,
Yeah.
and I was like, absolutely fuck
Sort
my
of a bit
life.
of a kicker on it, isn't it?
It's so shit, and you can't. It's really hard to get taken off of a bot playlist again because it says to like go through these things, and then it's really complicated. I think in the end, we just got taken off because he just added another band. I
Yeah.
say he because I just can't imagine a woman would do that to me. Um, yeah. So, but that's the
Fair.
only time we've been added. So yeah, I mean, maybe we have like some German listeners. They never speak to me. Maybe they're silent
Maybe
ones.
they don't speak English.
Maybe someone has a great VPN on. It's
It's
probably
true.
James. James loves a VPN, so we can watch things from other countries.
Yeah. Okay. Give me 3 underground bands that people have to check out.
Oh my fucking god! You have to check out Love Rarely. I will die for Love Rarely. I
Yeah.
talk about them all the time. I'm such a whore for Love Rarely.
They
If
are
they
so
have,
good.
if they have all the fans in the world, I'm all the fans in the world. And if they have one fan, I am the one fan. They are just fucking sick, like really fun, the loveliest people ever. And I've been shouting about them since like forever since doing Changing Tune. And it's just so sick to see how far they've come. Like honestly, like they're
It's
fucking
been like the
killing it.
last year, hasn't it? They've just like blown up
They sent me
to an extent.
their second ever single that came out, and I
Yeah.
was like, this. I love like mathy stuff, but I'm always like, it's always really male heavy, and
Yeah.
and sometimes it's a bit too like, I like a little bit of pop in there, and I feel like they sent me, I'm pretty sure, I want to say it was either second or third, and I think it was Slow Motion, or Say Yes, and I was like, fuck me, this is so me. So yeah, I absolutely love them. I am now thinking of other bands I also love. I'm gonna sorry, this always happens to me.
You get put on the spot.
It's no hate on the bands. I just love too many bands, and I'm like, I want to go. I want this to be really sincere. Um, I have also who have I? I mean, I feel like I have to put Blank Atlas in there. They're not girly pops, but they're girly pops to me. Um, Blank Atlas, fucking adore them. They're like easily one of my like favorite bands of all time, and the fact that they're my friends as well is absolutely insane. And I constantly fangirl over it. And then sometimes when I stay at Dan's house when I'm like to and fro Bristol, I get to hear some of their demos, and I'm like,
Ooh,
I know they should.
jealous.
Honestly, I think they should sell tickets to their house. That sounds really weird, and then like do like demo drop kind of things because
Yeah.
fucking sick. And then okay. Oh, it's so hard to pick only three. I am actually gonna say I'm not gonna do another Leeds-based artist. I'm gonna try and spice this up. Let's do someone else. I'm just looking. Sorry, this is. I know you're hoping
Just
this
going
is
through
really
your
quick.
Spotify
Yeah,
playlist.
I want to do it so like they're like small underground. Um, just thinking of I can't. It's like choosing between your children. Oh my God, I may just list like loads. I'm sorry, I can't.
Go for it. Just
Um,
just fire off some.
yeah, so Dear Tash, or obviously used to be Just Tash, sick artist, really cool. Love their vibe, love them, very nice people. Tally Spear, I fucking adore, absolutely love her music. I love that it like goes into the Hilary Duff vibes. I love Hilary Duff. I love pop music. So love Tally Spear. I love Cosm. They're like shoegaze, like shoegaze, and they're from Cornwall as well, so it's very fitting.
Nice.
Um, oh my God, bands, so many bands. I feel like I've missed out someone that I fucking love, and I'm gonna feel really bad. Um, I just love, I love all
Malavora.
the music. Obviously Malivore. I was trying to go for smaller than Malivore. I was trying to do like little
Okay.
baby. Yeah, Malivore. Obviously, I'd sell my soul to go to a Malivore gig. Yeah, Malivore are fucking smashing it as well. Like honestly, I'm so proud of those guys. They they're like definitely the hardest working band I know. Like they
Yeah, oh,
live
yeah,
and
they.
breathe that shit. And their music, it makes sense because their music fucking slaps. They're the loveliest people, and they are people that do not gatekeep, and I fucking love that.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm trying to go for all girlies, and I know I let myself down with Blank Atlas. But I feel like, and I really like Omoya, but I was trying not to see them because they're from Leeds. Omoya are great. They're really cool. And they,
I've not heard them.
well, you should because you would like them. They're really cool. And Jay from RTO is also in Omoya. And
Oh, okay.
Leo, who's the drummer from Love Rarely, is also in Omoya.
Oh, okay.
They're really cool. I really want to do some shows with them. I have met them like several times and
Hmm.
they're just the loveliest people and they're really fun to interview, so you should speak to them 100%. You will I'm telling you now, you will love them.
Yeah, it sounds like it'd be up my street.
Yeah, I feel I hope I haven't missed any bands out like I'm like obsessed with. I probably have.
You've given us a few. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to be disappointed.
I should have just brought a playlist. Like,
Okay. And last of those questions, how many yellows can you have?
oh, Chris. Okay, the running
You know,
joke is
I
yellow.
was gonna ask you the other day, like, or like try and find out how many it actually was, so I could give the answer. But I didn't want to ask you and give away that I was going to ask here, so I couldn't even
Yellow
remember what the name of the
World.
book is. But
It's
yeah, go
called The
ahead.
Yellow World by Albert
Okay.
someone. It's a
Hey, I know
Spanish
what you're
book.
doing. Don't Google it. I can see
Okay,
you
so
looking.
I always say it's 27. It's not 27 because 27 is one of my lucky numbers. Um, I think it's lower than that. I think it's around 23 or 24, but I don't know exactly how it is unless I Google it. And it's not
I
there.
think we did Google it, didn't we? And I think it was maybe 23. I think you were saying 26 or 27, and it was like 23.
Yeah, yeah. And if you don't know what yellows are, you have to come to a Hamartia gig to hear the spiel. That's a
No,
or
no
buy
spoilers.
or buy the book The Yellow World, and he's called Albert something, and it's translated from
Strange surname.
yeah, he's got it's like oh something, yeah, Albert something. His same as Albert something. Yeah, and it's quite an old book, but my friend Molly Bray, shout out to Molly Bray always on everything I do, who the song is about, bought it for me, and it was like a book that changed my life, I think.
Good, good. Well, what else can we expect from Hamash over the next few months?
Um, more sadness, more happiness. I am. We've got. Hopefully, we've got some new merch designs that we've been working on with Molly Dibley, who
Okay.
with so her actual username is like Blood Moon Illustrations.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's been doing some new artwork for us. So hopefully, gonna have some new merch out. Obviously, we're gonna have another track out this year, which is gonna have a music video, and it's my favorite out of the three that we've done the last year or so. It's a lot more evil.
Ooh.
It's about someone I don't like very much, and I hope he hears it.
Is
But
that going to
it's
be
like,
another group chat of ex-boyfriends just like,
yeah, this one's not an ex-boyfriend. This is
okay,
an acquaintance, I suppose.
right,
Um,
okay.
I never had the displeasure of being his friend. But yeah, I'm fucking excited for that. The music video is really cool. It's heavier as well. So if people are not liking the gully pop vibes and the happy vibes, this one's about to get real. Um,
Excellent.
and then we're definitely going in the studio this year to record more stuff. I just don't
Excellent.
know what's gonna happen, and they're gonna be really sad and depressing because it's gonna be grief stricken.
Perfect.
But it's gonna be great, and I'm hoping I'm gonna actually do this as a little maybe announcement. I guess it's an announcement for a gig that I haven't booked yet, but it's gonna happen. Which is I am gonna book an acoustic night where it's like
Okay.
acoustic songs of Hamartia. Um,
Nice.
and basically we're gonna do our little set. We're gonna have some little Hamartia related activities, like probably like a trauma dumping circle or something.
Yeah.
Get another band in to do an acoustic set, and I'm gonna dress it up all pretty and just have it for like, because it'll be nice to just see us in a different way, but also if you're not
Hmm.
into like rock and metal and heavy stuff, it will still be accessible. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, that's my next planned thing.
Like
I
a
mean,
sort of sofa sessions thing.
Yeah, like
But
that kind of thing. Like I want it to be really cozy, like either in like a crypt or like a cafe or a bookshop. I mean, very very different vibes, all of them. But that's what I want to do. I just need. Well, I mean, I say
to do it.
convince. I was gonna say I need to convince the boys, but I can just book it and then they'll have to turn
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a nice thing to do. It's nice to do something a little bit different to the
Yeah.
usual sort
Yeah.
of
I
shows.
mean, one of the exactly, and one of the plans we had because of the music video of Bloom, like if you have seen it, I mean, I'm sure you probably have seen it. I don't know if the people listening have, but it's like we have little golden frames of fake dried flowers, and then definitely not fake. I fucking had them all drying out in this room for like ages. You can't really see it. I put it here 'cause in
Oh, I
case
see
it's the
some behind
background.
you. Nice.
And we were gonna use them as little like put them on a stand and you like take your picture.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so that's what I have a vision, but there's no date yet. But that's going to be one of the fun ones for sure.
Sounds like it's going to be amazing. Well, thanks for your time. First, finally, where can people check you out? Where can they follow you? All that stuff.
Hamartia Band UK, which is Hamartia, Ham Art, like a pretty painting, IA, on all socials, and Spotify is the same. Hamartia
Hamartia.
is this it or Bloom? Bloom for the girlies that love gardening. Is this it for the self love queens? And then I'm just gonna tell you the name of the song because for
Go on.
later on this year, because you know what?
Spoiler.
I wanna give
Spoiler warning.
the next song that we're releasing is called Synthetica and it's about a mean human being. And that one's gonna go fucking off, I tell you. If it
Hell
doesn't,
yeah.
I'm gonna literally cry. But I feel like
And then that will just fuel more music.
and this will feel maybe you should do it as like a power play. Just no one stream it. It's just me and my mum. So yeah, that one's gonna be out next, and I am fucking buzzing. That shit makes me go feral. You know, like the sorry, I'm really sorry to ramble and like prolong this, but the idea of like your fucking entrance music of like hot girl, like bad bitch music, like one of one of my favorites is Caesar Power by Yonica. It like has really strong like
banging.
Woke up this morning, feels so fucking important. I'm like, yeah, I fucking do. And the Synthetica is like the Hamartia version of that, of being like, let's fucking punch.
Hell yeah.
Wall.
Add it to your workout playlist.
Yeah, pump some iron to Synthetica by Hamartia.
Do people still say pump some iron?
Mom,
it just makes me think of like you know, like the 1920s sort of wrestlers with their like onesie.
Yeah.
Let's pump some iron.
Yeah, probably not. As you can tell, I don't go to the gym, so I don't know the terminology.
Oh god. Well, it has obviously been lovely to speak to you as always. Thanks so much for your time and
thank you
and for coming on this little podcast. And we'll catch you later.
Yeah, I had the best time. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Bye, bitches.
That was episode 2 of the Alt Show podcast. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks to Sophie from Hamartia. Obviously, make sure you go follow Hamartia on the socials. It is at Hamartia Band UK. And while you're over there, make sure you give the podcast a little follow at Alt Show Pod on all the socials. Special shout out as well to Paradise Fell for the intro music. You can follow them at paradise.fell. And if you're in a band and you want me to check out your music, maybe get you onto the podcast, drop me an email. It's chris@altshowpod.com. Make sure you hit that follow on Spotify or YouTube or wherever you're listening. I've been Chris. This has been the Alt Show podcast, and I'll see you next time.